Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Warriors podcast. This is episode number 7. Kind of a special one today because we are on the road. Dylan is in sunny Arizona, and I am traveling around following the Brandon Wheat Kings through Saska, Manitoba. We're going to talk about a couple different things today. We're going to run through some CHL updates because their postseason's coming up quick. We got a special interview where we sat down with there's 5 members of the Brandon Wheat Kings live in person. Then we'll bring back after that. We'll do our career path segment and then talk about NHL news. But this episode should be a fun one. We had a good time with it when we were sitting down live, so it should be a good one. And hey, Dylan, how's it going in sunny Arizona?
Oh, it's been good. I'm sad I missed out on the interview. It looked like a lot of fun, but I mean, I'm not going to sit here and complain about playing golf and sitting poolside, so it could be worse.
Yeah, no, it's a lot colder up here, and I mean, we finally got a nice day. Now I'm in PA, so we got a big game tonight, Brandon versus PA.
Yeah.
We're going to watch and get to rock my new jersey that I picked up, and yeah, they
Wow.
auctioned it off. I got my brother's, thankfully, and cost a little more than I wanted to, but I mean, it
Hey,
is what it is. When I outbid my uncle, I have a good time. So
that's a good win.
yeah, it is. Well, let's hop right into it. We'll go to some CHL updates, and
Yeah.
some of the boys have been cooking around the CHL this last couple weeks. And we got first up, we'll talk about Gavin McKenna since the new
Oh,
year. I mean, Medhat's been a wagon all year. Like, they're a young team. They're going to be really good for the next couple of years.
yeah.
But with Andrew Bashaw, when he went down and Caden Lindstrom went down, and you kind of thought they'd fall off a little bit, McKenna kind of stepped up in their place. And since the new year, this is kind of a wild stat. He's got 47 points in 21 games,
Yeah, you
which,
kind of sit there and, well, at the start of the year, we talked about Gavin McKenna, and he was like, he's not a game changer. He's just really good at everything. And ever since the Christmas break, he has absolutely developed into that role without Basha, without Caden Lindstrom. So you see him kind of evolve into that game breaker mentality, that game breaker style, like Connor Bedard does, and how he's actively being compared to Bedard. So we kind of sit there and talk about it and go, like he's not the Bedard archetype, but he is very good at everything. He's very good defensively, very good offensively. But yeah, he is just a total game breaker, that guy.
yeah, he's been carrying that team ever since those guys have been gone. And if he keeps up this pace, I think my brother told me the other day that he will break Bedard's, he's a 16-year-old McKenna is, so he'll break
Mhm.
Bedard's 16-year-old season scoring. Bedard had
Barely
99,
60.
and McKenna's on pace for like 100 and something. Kind
Ridiculous.
of crazy to think about after all the hype that went around Bedard to have another guy coming through, but he's been unreal. And then we'll
So
move
good.
to another guy, but more this guy's in this draft. Zane Parekh out of the OHL has now become the all-time D-man points leader and I think goals leader for the Saginaw Spirit out in the OHL. He's draft eligible this year, so he's only 17. He's a 2006 born, and he's got 79 points in 53 games as a D-man in his second year in the league.
That guy's so like we don't really watch a lot of the OHL out west, but you got to watch him at the CHL Top Prospect game, and he was so smooth. He's so smart, and whoever gets this guy in the draft, like obviously he's going early. This draft's so D-man loaded that whoever gets this guy, you're getting a steal no matter where you get him.
Yeah, and you said it that it's a D-man heavy draft, so we'll talk about another D-man who's just been lights out in the WHL. We thought he was really underrated for a really long time, and they're finally starting to treat him right. And I've seen a couple times where he's ranked in the top 10, top 15, and on the high end. But Carter Yakimchuk is now the all-time D-man goals leader for the Hitmen, and he just passed Jake Bean. He picked up his 26th goal this year through 58 games. And as a defenseman, that's kind of wild. And the goal he scored to break the record was unreal. It was crazy highlight reel, and no, it was nuts. We've been talking about this guy for a while.
Forever. He's so good. Like, and at the start of the year, throughout the year, you see him in the late first round. You're like, whoever gets this guy's getting a steal. Like, it's insane. And now you kind of see him get the respect of how offensively gifted he is as a defenseman. So I think, yeah, he's going to start climbing up the draft boards late into the year.
Yeah, and he's an NHL ready defense. He's a man. Like
Oh,
when you look
he's a
at him,
man,
he's a man. You look at some of
man
those other
amongst
boys that are
boys.
draft eligible, and they look like children, and he looks
Yeah.
like a man, like he's filled out, which I know sometimes scouts don't like, where they want to see a guy who can grow and develop a little bit, but he's
Mhm.
NHL ready. He could hop in
Yeah.
the next 2 3 years, and he'll be able to make a difference and
No
take that
doubt.
next step. But
For
he's got,
sure.
yeah, just to top off, he's got 58 points in 53 games, so he's
Yeah.
third in
Like,
WHL D-man scoring behind like Graham Sword and I think the Portland defenseman, Cagnoni.
Yeah, and like not great Calgary team. Like
No, he's been doing this on a team that's battling for a playoff spot. I think
yeah.
they're in 9th right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the team that is a lot better in the WHL, the Saskatoon Blades, have been on a tear. They're ranked number 1. They've been ranked number 1 for probably a couple months now on the CHL top 10 list. And they've lost 1 game in regulation since the US swing in November.
What?
Yeah, they've lost 1 game in regulation since probably, I don't know when the swing ended, so maybe November 25th. The swing ended in November. But they've lost 1 game in regulation. They're on a 10-game heater rate, or actually more than that. They're 13-0-0-1 in their last 14. That's the streak they're on. They haven't lost in regulation in 14 games, it seems like.
That's insane. That's a team that is the team to beat. I mean, even throughout the CHL, it feels like they are so good.
And they're just deep. We watched them the other day. Brandon played Sask on Monday, and Sask is just – Brandon had a very valiant effort. I'll give them that. But Sask just outclassed them. They're so deep. They've got – and out of all that star power, the Sidorov, Lisowski, Wong line is their leading scorers, and they've just been their most consistent. They've had that line play together for 3 or 4 years ever since they came into the league, and now they're just running the show.
Yeah, that squad, insane. And the tandem on the back end too, Elliott and Gardner. You can kind of plug and play both of them, and they're gonna come in and shut the door. Their decor is so deep and so heavy that they're gonna shut it down entirely. So that team is so good.
Yeah, that decor's got 5 players who could be on 5 D-men who could be on a top line on almost any other team between Seatman, Molendijk, Charlie Wright, John Babcock, and Ben Saunderson. All 5 of them could probably hop in on a top pair on some of the worst teams in the league, but they've just been they've been tearing it up, and I don't expect them to slow down. I want to see a WHL team bring home a Mem Cup this year.
It'd be fun.
Get it out of the queue and bring it back this way, and I think Saskatoon's probably got the best chance to do it.
Yeah, if there's a squad to do it, it's that squad, no doubt.
Yeah, but speaking of NHL play or CHL playoffs, we'll talk a little bit about the teams that have clinched now. We're not going to go too in depth because that would take probably a couple years for us, but
we'd be
we'll just rip through and talk about. We'll start in the WHL. So the teams that have clinched as of today, and it changes every day. So today is Thursday, and the teams that have clinched as of today are in the WHL are the Prince George Cougars, Everett Silvertips, and the Portland Winterhawks out west in the Western Conference. And then the Saskatoon Blades are the only team that have clinched in the East so far. And I don't even know where the line is to clinch in the East because Saskatoon is so far ahead and no one else has clinched yet. Where in the West, I think it's about 75 points to clinch. And Saskatoon has, I think, 89 points. They've got a 10-point lead on Prince George, and Prince George has been unreal this year. So they've been lights out, and that's kind of the WHL clinch. And then the OHL guys who have clinched, we've got the Sudbury Wolves, the Brantford Bulldogs, the London Knights, Saginaw Spirit, and the Sioux Greyhounds have all clinched. So they've got 5 teams in. They're starting to take shape a little bit. And then 6 teams in the queue have been able to clinch. And we've got Drummondville, Rouyn-Noranda, Victoriaville, Baie-Comeau, Halifax, and Moncton have all clinched in the QMJHL, which puts you at, they've got 6 teams clinched out of their 16. So they're starting to take shape a little bit, and that kind of last push for the playoff on DAZN after this weekend, there's going to be teams with only 10 games left, so it's kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty, and the boys are excited.
Yeah, we're creeping into March. It's almost go time.
Yeah.
I mean, you're finally seeing these playoff brackets kind of take shape, and this is the best time of year for hockey, so I'm excited to see it come down the stretch.
Yeah, playoff hockey is the best time to be around. Yes. Absolutely. And I'm excited. Hopefully, Brandon doesn't want to play Medhat, but if they come to Medhat, I get to watch a lot more games, which would be a lot more exciting for me.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about last little CHL update before we hop into our interview with the Brandon Wheat Kings boys. Sudbury right now is under investigation for putting bounties on players.
I seen that.
And that's kind of an insane thing to do, which, I mean, it happens a little bit, but you don't really throw bounties out there.
Yeah.
You shadow guys, but bounties is extreme.
There's a difference between bounties and, somebody taking a run at your best player and you go, hey, let's keep an eye on this guy. Bounties is crazy. So,
I don't know what's going to come of it, but I mean, we'll see and monitor a little bit as we go here. I think I'm sure it'll be held under wraps pretty good, especially with how the CHL handles stuff and the Hockey World handles stuff. Discretion sometimes fairly good, but and then another incident out in the O, and Tucker Tynan is suing the Sioux Greyhounds for mishandlement of injury. Apparently, allegedly they told him to self-medicate that injury. So I think he's suing for $300,000. And on top of that, he's throwing in racial harassment. So he's going after the Sioux for a bit. And it sounds like they didn't handle the situation very well. This player, I've heard, doesn't have the greatest reputation, but I don't really know. We don't follow the O that well. So we're just wanted to touch on it and kind of throw that out there as a little piece of news.
Yeah, no need to, I guess, speculate on his name, but it's what we've heard and that's what we're going to report on it. So, yeah, unfortunately, there's been a few cases over the last couple of years of maybe some lawsuits being thrown the CHL's way, whether it be handling of players and whatnot. So hopefully this gets resolved sooner than later. And yeah, both sides are figure out what actually happened, what went on behind the scenes. But for now, we don't really know what's going on, and we know as much as everybody else does.
Yeah, so we'll provide updates as we go and just try and keep you guys in the loop as some of the news goes on. But with that kind of wraps up our CHL updates, and we're going to throw it to myself in the Billet basement. Thank you to them for hosting us, and we had 5 Wheat Kings sit down with us, and it was a really good time. Got to BS a little bit. Unfortunately, we cut off the last little part of it because of storage issues and some technical issues on my part. I'll take the blame for that, but we probably got a good 25-minute interview coming up, and yeah, the boys just sitting around the couch had a good time, and it was really fun to be there, and we hope you guys enjoyed as well. But with that, we'll kick it over to the boys in Brandon. Here we are in a Brandon, Manitoba basement. We got 5 Wheat Kings with us today. Dylan's in AZ, so he's not going to join us, but he'll join us later on the pod. We're going to go order from that side over to this side of who we got with us today. We're just going to be shooting the shit and having a good time. On the far side of the couch, we got Quinn Manti, who's assistant captain with the Wheat Kings. We got Caleb Hadland to his right. Joby here in the glasses. Roger McQueen here, the tall guy in the middle. I'm right here with the mic. And then we got Jackson D'Souza here on my right. And we're just going to hang out, talk some hockey. I'm going to ask some questions and kind of let these boys run with it a little bit. They're going to ask some questions to each other, apparently. I haven't heard about this yet, but apparently Souza's got a couple lined up. Says he's trying to.
See where the conversation takes us, guys. You know?
But we'll start off. Wheat Kings' recent news is they lost to Sask the other day. Tough bounce. But in the last couple weeks, we've got Caleb and Joby both gotten their first career WHL fights, so we're going to get them to touch on that right now. Caleb's going to take us away with that one.
All right. Yeah, well, first fight, just kind of had to get it out of the way. And then hopefully we'll get a couple more under the belt here. Maybe take Raj on for the title or something. But, no, Q just kind of got dumped from behind, and I was the closest guy to him, and you're kind of in a situation where you have to step in there and answer the bell, kind of, and
I don't know how answered.
Yeah, I don't answer the bell, but ring the bell.
It's one of the
Ring the bell for him,
Yeah. You just got to step up, and I loved it.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
it was just kind of a character fight.
Yeah.
Didn't do well, but
Yeah, how'd the result go for you?
not so well, but well, no, we just kind of fell down, but at the end of the day, it's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's hockey.
Joby's fight went way better.
Joey's fight went amazing.
Joby, talk about yours a little bit.
Yeah, well, my fight was the other day against Moose Jaw.
No call out?
Should I call?
Yeah, call him out.
Okay,
He's not going to see this.
Cameron Schmidt.
Little pussy.
Not Cameron Schmidt.
Oh,
Connor
we're really
Schmidt.
getting into this now.
All right.
Connor Schmidt. My bad.
Yeah, not
Wrong names. Well, he's wanted to go me all year, but usually I
Why?
don't play in the last 10 minutes, and
Why
I don't know
was he
why.
Wanting to go,
I don't know. I think
Did
he
it
just
start off anything? Do you?
No, like he just. No, he's fought Odie on our team, but
So he just
Was that
loves
six?
the
Was he
07.
16 too? Was that?
yeah, he's
16
16
finalist?
too. I remember at the
I love
draw,
that.
this one guy tell me I'm just gonna get my ass kicked,
Nice.
and I was like, okay, well, we'll see.
I didn't know you were fighting until like
Yeah, I know.
Flammer and Hank stood up in the middle of the bench. It's like, what's going on? He's like, Joey's getting in one. went to watch, and then you pumped them.
Yeah, 2 punches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Care to talk about how you looked at the bench and just gave the boys one?
Yeah, I did give Flam Hads one of those.
Unbelievable. Look at the bench. Chuck's like, nice, attaboy. And then you just see Jovi just go.
I did give the guys one of those. It was fun. I had fun, but now my hands messed. So
Yeah, I was gonna say now your hands all screwed up.
but it was worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Yeah,
home with me.
it was a heck.
Yeah, I
of a
gotta
way.
stay home with Rogers this weekend, so not bad.
Don't get to hang. You don't get to.
I don't get to. I got to.
You have to.
You have to.
I have to.
No, it was a heck of a tilt. Definitely just dummied that other guy. But not to call out whatever Schmidt it was. I don't even remember. But
Connor.
yeah,
Cameron's
a
Yeah,
beauty.
Cameron. I didn't mean to say Cameron.
Cameron's a beat. Well, didn't you play with Cameron
Yeah,
at
U17s.
U17s? How'd the U17s go for you?
It was lots of fun. We got gold.
Whoa, slip flex.
Yeah, it was a great experience in PEI.
Oh,
That was I was there already last year, so it was lots of fun. Yeah, it is close to Dalhousie.
Did you know that, like, I don't know how the whole thing for you, like, when do you find out that you're going?
We were on the U.S. road trip. I was sitting beside Caleb,
Nice.
and
Nice.
I got the call and said you made it. And I was like, oh,
alright.
wow. I didn't think I was actually making it though, to be honest, but I did.
And you also
And I did get in a letter. I don't know how.
Okay.
that's
Don't know
leadership.
how.
Yeah,
I don't know how. I got one though.
Good for, who's your coach?
Oh, Student Blades coach.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's one.
Okay.
Diener.
His coach was
Diener's his
the
name.
U17 coach.
He coaches in the O with the Greyhounds,
Nice. They're,
and then
they're
yeah.
dominating.
they're actually doing really good this year. And
They
then
just clinched, actually.
we had a French coach off of Shawinigan. I think that's how you say it.
Shawinigan.
Shawinigan. No, it's Shawinigan.
Shawinigan. Never mind, my bad.
Shawinigan.
Shawinigan is.
He was a
Shawinigan
good
is
guy.
nice.
I'd say
Yeah.
that's probably like one of the best coaches I've had was our head coach. So it was really good.
No, that's that. Yeah, I wish I could do that, but I get to sit here with all these guys after playing no hockey at all. So I love that. Makes me feel really small about myself. But you talked about going to PEI, and we got another guy here going to Dalhousie next year. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Didn't want to tell the boys, but
No.
Screw the boys. Screw the boys.
No, the boys think that I didn't tell them. I've been talking about it forever. But yeah, I was kind of going through like the season last year, and a bunch of my buddies who were 20, they were looking at schools, and I just thought, why not get my foot in the door? I don't have to deal with all that stuff and get some stuff figured out early on. So I decided to go on a visit to Dalhousie this summer. Most fun I've ever had in my life, and I didn't.
Yeah.
What was the most fun out in Dalhousie?
Yeah, what happened?
I got there at like went out the night before, so I had like 2 hours of sleep, and then finally get into Dal at like 11 o'clock at night, and then one of the guys texts me and he's like, "Hey, if you want, boys are at the bar right now. I know you're tired and you've been traveling. Like you don't have to." I said, "Yeah."
Yeah, he's for the boys.
Yeah, managed to go there, experienced the Dalhousie city, and it was awesome.
Yeah. No, I will speak on behalf of the college kids, and college life is fun.
That's all. Every guy who's gone to the Sizzler from my old teammates have said that it's just fantastic. Yeah, the Sizz. Like they said that, and then guys who play in the coast said that they wish that they went CIS. So I'm excited to go somewhere where there's only good things.
Yeah, by CAS we mean U Sport for all the people that don't know that that's where it came from. But because they switched their name. You got something you want to say?
Yeah, I just
Okay.
want to ask you what you are majoring in. Going to university out there.
I'm not. You know what? I'm proud of it because it's cool. It's just.
It is
I
cool.
feel like the route I have to take
I just
is
wanna
not the
know.
route that I thought. I have to take a Bachelor of Arts.
Which is awesome.
I think that's
Very manly.
More of a bachelor than you'll have, kid. So, at the end of the day, I'll be an academic weapon. In arts. In arts, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's sweet. I just thought everyone should know.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Yeah,
Put it out there.
yeah, get out there.
Yeah, no, arts is still more respectable than business, which is what I'm in. So, well, that's okay. We get told that we need to know our coloring books and color in the lines, but you guys actually need to color in the lines because you guys are art students.
I feel like
Oh wow. Okay, no, you didn't.
everyone goes to business.
Absolutely, it's really basic, but you didn't really talk about what you actually want to do with the arts
Right.
degree.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can't wait to hear the boys chirp me about this. I want to go in the RCMP. If you guys got anything you want to say,
I think you'd be a great
You have
call.
anything against RCMP officers?
Little Paul Blart option.
Yeah.
Mall cop.
Yeah. The
Paul Blart.
like, police officer in Kelowna, he was in the canine unit. And he brought his dog in. I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
The canine would be super sick.
Yeah, and then my uncle is in the RCMP too, and he does he's a medic for a SWAT team. Like the options are just everywhere.
Yeah,
so
they're endless.
why not give it a shot?
Yeah, plus you'd make a great cop. Or like a great RCMP member. The boys have been saying that all night.
I think so. I think it'd be a fun time. Or I don't know. That's the beauty of college. I could go there and just not like it and do something else.
Yeah, you go 1 year and you're like, this is not what I want, and change up.
Like, did you always want to go business?
I got told to go business because it's something that I can use afterwards, even if I don't like what I'm doing there. I didn't really have a direction which I wanted to go. So they just said, if you're not going to do anything, go business. I probably could have jumped in the rigs right away.
So
but-
well, yeah. Everyone could rip a blue collar life.
not to rip out blue.
No, it's not a rip at all. That's a grind, man.
And they make bank.
Yeah, they make so much money. Like all my buddies are doing it, and I worked at Sport Check, and they're just coming home with way more money than me. They're like, "Yeah, I moved cement today, and we were help putting in a sink. What'd you do, Suze?" I was like, "I moved a canoe."
So you boys are
Like you guys are soft. Like it was worse when I worked at Lulu because they were just like, "Oh, Suze, you have fun with your fanny pack?" I was like, "Yeah, I was in a nice, well-conditioned room. I wore socks and sandals to work. What'd you do today?"
Yeah, no, there's pros and cons, but no, I've always been interested in the finance side and like just being able to make money, and I like numbers, so I'm a big math guy. So that's kind of where I'm going, is the finance side of things. But
Yeah, not a math guy. Hence why we're going.
going
All the way
arts,
over.
going all over arts, baby. Going arts, baby. We're not math people in this room. No. We would ask the boys how their math is going in school.
Oh, we're good.
I don't know.
Do as his mom does, but we grind through
It's
it.
called being resourceful, Joe. We had a boy.
Roger saw the bus rolling and just wanted to throw him right under.
Which she will help me with.
Hey, who do you want to shout out there, Hans?
Shout out to Zach.
Zach Harwick.
Not Zach Harwick at all. Zach, our math tutor.
What's his last name?
Oh,
Not sure.
that guy.
Zach, yeah.
He's a good guy.
Zach is a good
He's
guy.
a good guy
Zach does wonders for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
in a lot of ways.
We probably wouldn't graduate without Zach.
One of the few ways.
Yeah, Zach.
He did.
Zach's a diverse guy for us.
Yeah.
Does a lot for the boys, but
Yeah.
anyways, we'll get off the topic of school. 'cause-
Okay, yeah, school's enough.
Yeah.
He likes uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we were
Weapons.
Q has been dead silent.
over on what?
school. Q was the academic weapon of the CHL last year.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was a weapon
Pretty sure
last
he
year.
was.
Were you league?
Yeah. Yeah, not CHL.
Okay.
Yeah, WHL.
WHL?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what was your GPA?
I don't know what that is.
What was your
honestly.
average?
My
Average.
grade?
It was 98.9.
Oh.
Okay. So like, what is
So-
that in a GPA? Do you think?
In a GPA. Oh, in a GPA, that's. Oh, that's an.
When I
That's
applied, I had to figure out what my GPA was, and I was actually pretty proud of myself. But after
What was
hearing
it?
yours, it was a 3.8. So
Oh,
that's like
okay.
averaging
Wow.
like.
that's high.
85.
Yeah. No one. That would be like a 4.3 or like it's a 4.0,
You'd be a wizard.
but it's like it
You
could,
are a wizard.
you are a wizard.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You are as well, Suze.
Yeah,
Bachelor of
3.8
Arts.
is nothing to like that. That's unreal.
Are you one of those naturally gifted school guys? Because I was one of those guys that had to just work hard. Like I didn't get anything. I just had to work, and then some guys just get it done.
Yeah, a little bit. Like I worked, but
He was a natural. He was.
I worked hard, but I also like was given a little bit of smarts. I
Yeah,
guess.
you pick it up.
Yeah.
Like you understood it.
Yeah.
Oh, you understood.
Yeah,
You understood.
Yeah, I
We
got
have
it.
two
It made
polar opposites
sense.
here.
It made sense.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't know why we got Q on that end of the bench. We should have him over here with all the other smart guys and have all the.
True.
Just kidding. They're young bucks. They'll figure it out maybe.
Out of
Joby.
who has the highest GPA? Do you
Yeah, I
think?
kind of want to know who has the best grades.
No,
If you had to
no.
guess.
Hats.
Has for sure.
Yes.
And then
Joby.
Strictly because
Give one of them a mic. Yeah.
After Raj.
After hats.
If just by looking at you guys,
Joby
I
can't
would
count
give
to
it
10, so
Hey, but Joby's wearing glasses. He's a smart fella.
he is. He wears it for the looks.
I
You
had
look like you
a
pay
90
attention.
in pre-calculus 20.
And who did
Yeah.
it
he
for
would
you?
not pay attention.
Joby zones out.
I did
Yeah.
quite a bit of
Joby
it.
just goes in kind of his own realm,
Yeah.
and then
Sometimes.
Rogers is at school for other reasons.
What? I mean, at school for other reasons.
What's that one girl's
He
name?
was-
Socializing.
Yeah, it's where Raj gets to see people that aren't on the team.
Which
Right, Raj?
Whoa.
Or the girl.
No.
No, like I mean, like other
One time.
like. Oh man, you took that way the wrong way.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
And then you just branch out, talk to the boys, be a
Yeah.
social butterfly.
Yeah, meet some of the other Brandon beauties. You know.
Yeah, no,
Some of the croakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one girl in our first period. Or whatever.
Oh, shout out,
We don't know her name
Brooklyn.
though.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? No,
Mr.
it's just
Baker's
another one
class.
though.
You ever
out.
see this?
Shout out Brooklyn and Mr.
There's
Baker's
another
class.
girl though.
Brooklyn is a
Yeah, oh yeah, they
Jay
love
sent
shout
the
outs.
photo to our group chat the one day.
Oh, Jay. Shout out
Jay.
Yeah,
That's her name. Jay. Shout out to Jay.
Who's Jay? Hit me up.
Yeah. We love you.
Jay Normington? No, not Jay Normington.
Oh boy.
Just getting out of hand. All right, let's switch
Okay,
to.
you want to bring this back to hockey at
Let's
all?
go
Or,
back to the
uh,
questions.
I guess.
what do you guys want? I mean, hand it over to Q. He was a leader young,
He's
and he seems to be more respectful than the rest of us. So. Oh boy, there's the
Come on,
dogs.
Dice.
Anyways, Q, you were an A as a 17-year-old on the team. Not a lot of guys have that, and kind of you want to talk about what that was like, or what it's like bossing
Yeah.
around Suze over here as a 20-year-old.
Well, Suze wasn't here yet, but we had a couple 20-year-olds. We didn't have 3, which kind of made it easier. But as a 17-year-old, I can't really tell those guys what to do, obviously. But just try to kind of lead by example and stuff. Try not to get too comfortable because still a young guy.
Yeah.
So, but it's kind of tough balance, but pretty cool to get that. And I don't know, kind of honored.
Yeah, no.
Flip had a incident a little bit.
We probably share that on this.
yeah,
Yeah, you go ahead, Kev.
yeah.
Were you here?
Yeah, because I don't really know about it. I've heard about it.
So,
Suze wants to know.
we're in Wenatchee, right? Long bus ride home. How long was it? 20?
19 hours?
No, it was more than that.
Yeah, it was like 20.
I think it was like 23, 25 hours.
No.
Home, whatever. We left after the game.
Right out.
Left after the game, drove through the night, whatever. Was it in the morning? I honestly can't remember. I was probably sleeping. Wake up in the morning and just the bus just reeks.
Oh boy.
Just horrible.
Oh no.
And Clip kind of has.
He didn't do
he's
it.
kind of known for not having the best digestive system,
Oh boy.
and tends to go quite often. And I guess he just couldn't hold this one in. So
Was a long
you know,
trip.
like it was a
Long trip.
yeah, it was. We did have to pull over and empty the sewage tank.
You guys
Oh, on the
evacuated the bus.
Yeah, well, no,
We
but
didn't.
It was like a dead corpse.
It
Was
was
laying
like-
in the bathroom.
People
Yeah,
were
it was
puking.
bad.
People were puking. Flam.
Flam did throw up from the smell. Yes,
And that doesn't help. That just makes it worse.
No,
In my
on-
shoe.
On the shoe.
yes. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, well,
You
you gotta do what you gotta
Are
do.
you kidding
You
me?
gotta do what you gotta do, Suze. It's
Yeah, but
20-hour
you
bus
suffer
rides.
the fellas have to suffer. You don't feel. You wouldn't feel guilty.
Okay, well, if it was that bad, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that was bad. I hope he did. Yeah, I hope he felt
He had
bad.
nothing else to do though. That's the thing. Tell you that or like shit himself.
And that would have been way worse. That would have been so much worse. Oh
That would've
my
been
god. But yeah, no, that's a pretty brutal one.
Yeah.
That's terrible. But we'll move away from that
Yeah.
nasty bathroom talk.
Yeah,
We got Raj is throwing out a challenge that he thinks he can do.
right.
And give Raj the mic.
All right.
Raj is throwing out a challenge that he thinks he can do. Joby, you can run the teams. He thinks he can go 32. Yeah, Raj thinks he can go 32 for 32. If we give him the team, he can guess their leading score. So we're gonna fact check him on this and make sure that he is actually able to do this, because that's a bold claim to throw out there. But he's a big stats guy. So, Raj, how are you feeling about this? Are you gonna?
I'm feeling great.
Okay, sounds good. Let Joby. You can start him off. Then what team do we got first? The Ducks.
Anaheim.
Anaheim Ducks. What do you got?
Toronto.
Yeah, he's correct.
Yep. Nails.
Okay, Coyotes.
Arizona.
Clayton Keller.
Nails. Boston Bruins.
Pasternak.
Oh,
Yep.
yep. Buffalo.
Casey Middlestat.
Oh my
Really?
God. What a
Yeah.
what a pull.
Wow.
Calgary.
Kind of-
2 points.
Kind of a nerd material,
The fact
but
that guy couldn't do a pull up and now he's leading the boys.
Is that him?
Yeah, he couldn't
Yeah,
do
it is.
one pull up.
Wow. Good for him.
yeah, he's doing a lot better now,
Calgary.
apparently. Okay, now we got moving on to the Flames. What do you got, Raj?
Kadri.
Yep.
Kadri.
Yeah,
Carolina.
it's confirmed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who now?
Carolina.
Aho.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Chicago. Oh, this is a tough one.
Oh.
This one's a tough one. I know this one. Okay. What are your options here? What are you thinking? What's running through that
Okay,
big old brain
well,
of
obviously
yours?
Bads is in there.
Okay.
But I don't know. He missed 15 games. Like, thinking like Reichel is in there.
No.
Well, no, we're
That
just
wasn't his
we're just
answer?
going through-
No. Sorry.
We're just going
No.
through options.
Well, now you know it's not him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not even close. I'll just say that.
The Blackhawks. Wow, I have not watched a game of theirs.
Maybe he's Corey Perry.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I think people are gonna rip you for getting this wrong too. This is going on TikTok if you get it wrong.
Oh no.
I'm going Bads.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Nails this
Okay.
pull. Good pull.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got the Colorado Avalanche
McKinnon.
layup.
It is.
Columbus.
Dog.
Moving on to
Nate
Columbus.
Dogg. Oh, Columbus.
Hold on, load up here.
Is it this is I got a couple. I don't
Oh,
think
boy.
it's Johnny Gaudreau. It could be their captain.
He's so stumped. Stumped
It's
on the
either
letter
Boone
C.
Jenner or Johnny Gaudreau. So
Take a guess. We won't rip you too much for this one. We'll keep going after. See how many you get.
I'm gonna go Boone Jenner.
Nah,
It's
it was
Gaudreau?
Johnny.
It was Johnny.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
he's missed one. He's missed
One.
one going through.
Yeah.
Okay, Dallas Stars.
Robertson.
Okay, Detroit Red Wings.
DeBrincat. Or is it Larkin?
Another one you got to pull.
Larkin.
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 It is Larkin.
Okay, Nails. Edmonton Oilers.
McDavid.
Florida Panthers.
Yeah, we don't.
Sam Reinhart.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Kings. Oh, Dylan's gonna be so
Adrian
mad.
Kempe.
yeah.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Dylan's gonna be proud. Minnesota Wild.
Kirill Kaprizov.
Yep.
Montreal Canadiens.
Nick Suzuki.
Yep.
Nashville Predators.
Philip Forsberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Jersey Devils.
Jesper Bratt.
That's a pull. New York Islanders.
Noah Dobson.
Wow.
Rangers.
Dobson's leading your team.
Artemi Panarin.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fell behind.
Yeah, Noah Dobson's having a season.
What did you say?
Panarin.
Yeah.
Senators.
Stutzla.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Flyers.
Konechny.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Crosby.
Yep. San Jose Sharks.
Hurdle.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Seattle Kraken.
McCann.
Yeah.
St. Louis Blues.
Robert Thomas.
Yeah.
You got 6 left. Tampa Bay.
Ooh.
Kucherov.
Yeah. Layup. Toronto Maple Leafs.
Matthews by 2.
Big old
By one.
by one.
Love how you
Nice.
threw that in.
By one.
Nice.
Oh,
Got
the
that
confidence.
Maple Leafs knowledge.
Yeah. Who likes the Leafs? Not me. Not around here. Vancouver Canucks.
JT Miller.
By one.
Oh my God. Vegas.
Mark Stone.
Yay.
Guys just landed.
No,
back
Vegas.
Going through NHL.com.
Vegas. Mark Stone.
Okay. Yeah. Washington.
Sorry, I'm Stone.
Oh boy. It's either Ovi or Strome. Ovi.
Yeah, by 2.
And the Jets to finish off.
Mark Scheifele.
Yeah.
That's insane. So he picks up
31
31 for 32. That's
Wow.
fairly
1.5.
impressive.
I was between 2. I'll
No,
take-
we're not
yeah,
giving you a
yeah,
half for
yeah.
that. You picked the wrong guy. You screwed up.
Yeah.
But Suze was a little excluded
I
on
was
this
shocked.
side.
No, I
That's
was
good.
just
That's
listening. I
impressive.
was
That's
I was
pretty
trying to
impressive.
think in my mind, and yeah.
I was maybe going 15 for maybe 60, maybe shooting 50%.
Yeah.
No.
No, good for you, Rob.
Very impressive, Raj.
That's guys.
Snaps for Raj.
No, I just look at him often.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, he's just a student of the game.
No.
Just trying to get better.
Yeah, we'll take
Always trying to get better. But Suze, you're our first guest that's ever been traded in the WHL. So do you want to talk about what that experience is like?
Yeah, I had a pretty interesting experience. We were in Victoria. Boys had a 8-game slider, and we were on a tough go. And then coach brings me in the next game for pregame skating. He goes, "So man, healthy scratch here. I'm gonna do something to shock the room, like kind of get the boys fired up." I wasn't too happy about that, so I asked to be traded, and then I had to wait for the trade for 2 weeks at home, so that was fun. Yeah, just sitting at home. And then I was on the phone with my agent for a bit. I knew I was going to Brandon.
Where's home?
Kelowna, British Columbia. Yeah.
Beautiful place to grow.
Yeah. No, well, I grew up in Colorado.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was sick, man.
Dude, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah, it's the best state. And I'll take. Oh yeah, yeah. Anyway, I was waiting for a trade, and then I knew I was going to Brandon before the trade was happening. And it was when you boys were on the Alberta swing. Apparently, I want to get it done when you guys got back, so I was just waiting, idle.
That was the Brandon Wheat Kings boys. They were a good time to sit down with. Good buddies with all of them now, and yeah, they were fun to talk to and funny to listen to them kind of yap at each other on the couch and just get the feel of what the boys are like kind of when they're not in such a pressured environment and not on camera one-on-one. They're sometimes a little bit more awkward, and they seem pretty comfortable, and I think they had a pretty good time, so I was glad we got to sit down and do that. But that was the Brandon Wheat Kings. And then now we got some exciting news for the podcast. Dylan's give us a bit of a drum roll. We'll get some applause going here on my wonderful mixer board. We've got a new member joining the podcast. We're not sure in what capacity yet, but he's here with us now in PA. So we're bringing him on, and if everything goes well, he's moving in with us next year. Makes it a lot easier. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Jace Soley, rocking a Wheat City Walleyes jersey.
Hello, fam.
Yep. Oh, yeah, sorry, my bad.
We've made it.
Get him the applause. Well done.
Yeah, Jace has been one of our good buddies for a long time, and he's trying to move to Calgary next year, so he's probably going to be living with us. And we were thrilled when we got to ask him if he wanted to join for a little bit and play a bigger role in the podcast. So now here he is, and he's going to help us run our new segment and kind of as we cover the last little bit of this episode 7. But with that, we'll move into our career path game.
Career path game.
Bringing it back. I took a win last week. Kind of greasy again. I seem to be getting I feel like no matter what I do, I'm doing something wrong. If I lose, I'm just getting ripped on. And if I win, it's because I was sleazy. So like I'm done with the slander, guys. But
it's an evil world out here, man. It's an evil world.
Dog
People
eat
hate
dog,
to see you win.
Dog bite.
People hate to see you win.
Now we got Jace trying to even it up a little bit, picking our players. So anything that if I give Dylan a tough player, this is not my fault. Except today I helped pick because I felt like being a mean guy. But anyways, with that, we'll kick it off. Jace is gonna do the coin flip. Dylan, do you want to call her?
I guess so.
All right, ready?
Tails never fails.
Heads.
Oh, and we got heads.
Damn.
I'm gonna take first run.
Oh.
I'm gonna take first run. I want it.
You're
Give me the
gonna
ball.
enjoy this
Give
one.
me the ball.
You're gonna
Oh
enjoy
boy,
this
it's a
one.
tough one. Okay,
No,
I'll get
you
a
can enjoy it,
timer.
though.
I'll get a timer going. Or do you want to get a timer going?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, sounds good. So normal 5-minute timer. We're gonna start off with just the teams and 3 points for if you get all just with the teams. 2 points if you get it with like the junior and some additional facts, and then 1 point if it's just anything goes. If you somehow pick it up there. So we'll get kicking it off with once Jace is done listing the teams. We'll get a timer underway.
Beauty. All right. So first off, we got from 2007 to 2009, the Los Angeles Kings.
Oh no.
He's then off to the New York Rangers from 2009 to 2014. He's then off to the Tampa Bay Lightning from the 2014 season to the 2017 season. And then he's off to New Jersey from 17 to 19, then Nashville for a year in 18-19, then Florida for a year in 19-20, and then his final year in Pittsburgh from 21 to 22.
So this guy was a suitcase.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say
Bit of
that.
a suitcase. He liked
You
to
could say
he liked to avoid the cup teams too. Hey, he just hit them right before.
Right before.
Right before he just went on. So
Yeah.
it was Kings to Rangers.
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna know him for his Kings to Rangers days. What were the last two teams? Florida, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Florida, Pittsburgh,
Oh my God! So he's with Pittsburgh last year.
21-22. So that's 2 seasons.
Give me. Nope, he's too young. Oh boy, Florida and Pittsburgh. Jamie Alexiak.
It's not.
He was on the Rangers Cup losing team in 14.
Oh, so that's why you're just. Oh boy, I have no idea who was on that. I know the 14 Kings team like my back of my hand because of you. Oh boy, this is gonna be a tough one. I think this might eat me alive. Oh boy, was it a? I'm blanking. Florida 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Florida 19-20.
Oh boy, that's a brutal one too. Penn's roster from that year. Who was on that team? Yeah, not Kunitz. He was on the Cup teams, and he's old as nuts. It would be. Nope, he was a Flyer. Oh
Rep the Flyers.
boy, yeah, rest in peace.
I like that.
Okay, we got the timer up on the board.
No pressure. No pressure.
I know. I don't. Do you think the junior's gonna help me, Dylan?
No.
No. Oh, like if I don't get it off the NHL, I'm barely gonna get it.
Yeah.
Oh no. You know what? I think if I even take it down to one today, I think I'd be able to pull this off. But let's so he played for the Devils.
Yep.
Mhm.
2 years. Man, where would I know this guy? Let me think.
Well, I guess season and a half.
Season and a half got traded in there.
I'd feel like his most
Thomas
notable
Tatar.
teams. No.
Nope, he was a Canadian.
And
I
Thomas
feel
Tatar
like
is
his
currently
most
playing.
notable
Yep.
teams are like the Rangers and the Devils.
Well, and I think I would throw Pittsburgh out there too.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Pittsburgh's a big one. Rangers stuff. Oh, Patrick Elias.
It's not.
No.
It's a swing and a miss.
I don't think that was a terrible pull.
Nope. It's not terrible. Just tell me when.
Oh no. I got 30 seconds here to kill. Devils, Rangers, and Pens. Oh man. Oh wait, he was on the 09 Cup team then in Penguins. Or was he traded before then?
He was on the Kings
He was on
then.
the Kings stuff. That was his second season.
Yep, my bad. Wow, he really just avoided Cups.
Yeah.
Tough bounce. I think I'm gonna move to give me 30 seconds with the second hint, and then I'll move down to the third hint pretty quick because I don't think the second one's gonna help me. So give me junior, country.
All right.
Do I
So
pause it?
Nope, you're good. Just keep it
Okay.
going.
this American
Okay.
played 4 years of Boston College
Oh wow. Kind of a dog.
before
eh?
moving on to the A.
Played in the A. Oh yeah, give me the A years.
Okay. 06 to 08. Then he had a stint when he played for the Kings as well in 08-09.
And was he on the?
Manchester Monarchs,
Oh.
which I believe is just old.
Okay.
He was a second round draft pick too.
Oh, yeah. No, that is incorrect. He's actually a 26 overall first round pick.
Oh, my bad.
Late first round.
Late first round.
Late first round with this guy. Okay, I'll give myself 30 seconds here on this one before I move on to the last little smidge.
There's one thing I think that might push you over the edge on for a 1 point.
Hey, I'll take my 1 point because I think
I
Dylan's
agree.
not getting any more than one here. Oh. That's a tough time era for me. Like, if they didn't play recently, I'm so screwed. What team was he on in 2018? Or 20... Yeah, 2018. in Shell 18.
The Devs, so the
Devils.
Devils,
Oh,
and
no.
Nashville.
Oh, man. Oh, that doesn't help me because he could have been on either, and we play with both all the time. Okay,
I
take
think
me
he
to
was
the
on the
take me to,
Devils.
take me to the last one.
All right, so in 2017-18, he did win the Bill Masterton Trophy.
Oh no! As soon as I said the Devils, I know exactly. What is it? Brian Boyle.
It is.
Mother
That is a bang.
Pearl. I should have hit that earlier.
Yeah.
Minute to
Oh,
go.
that's so frustrating.
Minute to go.
Yeah. No, I didn't even need the third hint. That's so frustrating. Sacrificed a point there, but I'm fairly confident Dylan's not getting this guy. I helped pick him out, and at least not for if you get this guy before like the last hint, I might go crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna go
Really?
easier on you. This is a tough one.
What?
So we'll blame this one me being a total meanie weenie again.
Stuck up.
Again? You Again?
Yeah, this one's a little more knowable than some of the other guys though. Like this, I'd say this is like your third worst one, but this I'm trying to collect the win here. So
I don't feel as bad. I can't flash anybody the answer now.
yeah, and you can jump a
Hit
little.
me.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, you ready?
Hit 'em.
All
Hit
right.
me.
So, from 2008 to 2013, he was with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He was then traded off to the Anaheim Ducks from 2012 to 2015. He was then traded back to the Pittsburgh Penguins from 14 to 16. And then he was then dealt to the New Jersey Devils from 16 to 19. And then he was also dealt in the same 2018-19 season to the Dallas Stars, where his career was finished.
Oh, I know it. Hold on. What years was he with Pitt to start?
I'm a little nervous
From
about this one.
2008 to 20. I'll tell you the 2012-2013 season.
Okay.
If you get this one, like in the first minute, I might throw my computer against the
No,
wall.
I feel like I know that, like the early
Yeah,
Penguins team for no reason.
this guy's notable.
Yeah, like this isn't as bad as some of the other guys
Yeah.
I've thrown. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just so stuck on Pitt. And he was okay, so he was on the Cup team. It's like no, not Pascal Dupuis.
Is not.
I did think about him though.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I think
mentioned
he's
it.
older. I
He's
think
he's too
older.
old. Yeah.
Run me through it again. Teams again. Just the teams.
Okay,
I don't care about
Just the
year.
teams? Okay.
Yeah.
Penguins to Ducks to Penguins to the
Mhm.
Devs to Dallas.
Mhm.
Honestly, I didn't even know he played for Dallas. So
No, I had no idea.
I
he
would
played for
probably
Dallas.
scratch that one off here.
I guess I'll go to the second point because I'm too stuck.
Okay.
You still get a win with the second point.
You could.
So.
Mhm.
So he is American. He was drafted. Oh, he's actually undrafted.
You suck.
But he also did attend Boston College. And then he was dealt to the Dartmouth College for his final 3 years.
Not dealt, transferred.
Transferred, but same idea.
No, he got traded.
He got traded. He got traded off his college team.
Oh, this is gonna piss me off when I hear his name too.
Do you want his A
So-
teams too?
Yeah, no, that's not gonna change anything.
Yeah, it's probably. There was
Ameri-
also no there's no World Jays or anything.
Matt Cook.
No,
No. Also
Double.
too old.
It's a good pull.
Is he? Yeah, he is. You're right. I've looked at him a couple times. Oh, American. I don't know if he's
College alum.
a defenseman. He's not a goalie. Oh,
Can I give him-
Oh, his position in the second one? Do you want the position?
sure.
Yeah, he is in fact a defenseman.
Is he
Yeah.
on the cup winning teams as an American?
Yep. Chris Letang.
And it's
I knew
not
that.
like it's not Ryan Whitney because there would have been Oilers in there.
Yep, that is fair.
Oh my god.
Oh no, Dylan.
Time is
Take her down to
ticking.
one. We might be doing a.
I got USA brain. I just got nothing up there right now. Oh my. This is bad.
Yeah,
American. I have to go down to one. I have to. I'm stumped.
I don't even know what to give you for one.
I got it. Can I give him the one?
Yeah,
He's got two emotions in his last name.
What?
Yeah.
He's got two emotions in his last name. Like his last name is made up of two emotions.
Sad, happy, happy, sad.
Pretty close.
Kind of.
Yeah, you're
Right
not
track.
you're not far off. His initials are BL.
You picked Ben Lovejoy.
Bang.
You're
Bang.
the worst.
That takes
Oh.
us.
You guys are sending me to overtime.
That takes us. We're putting Jace to work early. He's going to overtime in his first game.
This overtime, are we going
Ooh.
one player?
One
First one to
player
get
first
it.
to get it.
Yes.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, there we go. I'm a big fan of that.
Ben Lovejoy's crazy, man.
I was
That's
pretty
wild.
proud. I know. To me, the Pens Ducks Pens was kind of like the biggest thing.
I didn't even know he went to the Ducks.
Oh, see, I remember him as a Duck. For me,
Fair.
was a big one when the Ducks
Yeah,
were kind of.
that's crazy.
Yeah. No, I was pretty proud of that one though. But that's exactly
a
what I
good one.
did. Was I looked up Jerome McGinley.
Mhm.
Then I
Said
went to
Jerome
the
McGinley.
12-13 Pens roster, and I looked at those guys. I looked at Matt Cook. I looked at Dupuis, and I was just
Yeah.
like, oh man, I don't know which one I'm gonna go with here. And then
That's good.
I settled on Ben Lovejoy. 544 games.
Wow.
Yeah. That's all right
That's
though.
a
I thought
good
it was
goal.
that was not terrible. I mean, mine was definitely a little
No.
more easier, but like it wasn't as bad
That's
as
a
some
good
have
one.
been.
No, that's a good one. I mean, you throwing Brodziak at me really made me want to punch you in the nose.
Yeah, no, Brodziak was a pretty brutal one.
All right.
Ben
But
Lovejoy's a
Jace-
good one.
I think I got one.
Jace has got one,
Oh,
so
I think
boy.
I do in fact
All
have
right.
one. Okay. I'm just gonna raffle off. Should I raffle off everything?
just we'll start with teams, and then me and Dylan will
Okay.
banter as we go.
All right. Sounds good. So, from 2006 and 7 season all the way to the 2019-20 season, this guy played for the New Jersey Devils. He was then dealt to the New York Islanders from 1920 to 21-22.
Travis Zajac.
No.
Damn it.
Corey Schneider.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that is not.
So he was Isles for basically 15 years, 13 years.
Andy Green.
You mean the Devil? Bang!
No.
Bang.
What a pull.
Let's
All right.
go.
Dylan wins.
Give me the applause right now. Give me
Honestly,
the
I had no
applause.
idea he
applause.
played for that many years with the
There it
Devils.
is, just for you. There's your applause.
Well done. That is an OT banger right there.
There you go.
Charlie
And
McAvoy type.
I think
today, boys.
you move to 4-2.
4-2.
I think that moves Dylan to 4-2. So
Wow.
that wraps up our segment of career path. Dylan takes another big win, and we are going to move on to a little bit of NHL news to kind of just wrap up the episode. There's a lot, so it's not really wrapping it up, but there's a lot of NHL news we got to talk about today. And we'll just run through that. And let's get started right away with Matthews. 51 goals in 54
Poppy.
games played. Poppy. Roger McQueen's favorite player.
Just a weapon.
Yeah, he's been a dog lately. Like, I mean, I don't know. Do you think he sniffs 75?
75. That's a pretty big pace to get onto. But
That's what he's on pace for.
We're talking about 23-24 Austin Matthews right now. So that guy puts the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah,
Like
and
that.
he's on pace. That's what he is on pace for is 75 goals right now, and maybe not, but he's got 6 hat tricks this year. I mean, my dad hates on him for no reason. He's been chirping him all road trip, and I am not putting up with his slander. He just keeps scoring every night. Like he goes back to AZ, gets 50 at 54 games into the season, then picks up another one to push his pace a little bit. So I really hope he breaks 70 for the first time since I think Timu did it as a rookie.
I think.
Yeah, Timu was 76.
Yeah, and I think that was in like 95, maybe 96. Don't quote me
A
on
while
that, but it was
ago.
a long time ago. But yeah, Matthews has just been unreal. We just want to touch on the fact that he broke 50 finally, and already. He's got an 11-12 goal lead on Sam Reinhart right now,
Nuts.
which is kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
He's single-handedly pulling my fantasy team right now.
Yeah, he's just
Love to see
carrying
it.
the squad.
Love to see it.
He's so good, man.
But talking
He's
about the
gonna
Leafs scoring.
smash the record.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hot
yeah,
topic.
well, that'll be a hot topic next week. That'll be next week's hot topic. Do we think Austin Matthews is going to have the all-time goal record when he retires? I think it's going to be Bedard, but just
Wow.
kidding. I'm not actually taking that take.
Hot.
Don't hate me for that.
That is
It's a
hot.
crazy stand.
Yeah, no, we won't. But talking about the Leafs scoring lots of goals, the Leafs haven't been shut out in 200 games now. With the win over AZ last night, that puts them at 200 games since they've been shut out. I think that's the 11th highest streak in NHL history,
And it was
highest
like
by
the
any current team.
first time in 30 years or something like that. I can't remember the exact number, but
Yeah,
crazy.
absolutely bonkers. I mean, as much as I hate on the Leafs, you got to respect them for that.
Oh,
If only they could keep pucks out of their net, they might actually have a chance at winning some big hockey games.
They may get
Is that
better.
true?
They may not. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't. No, not a chance. But I mean, I'm just the biggest Leafs hater out there, and I get ripped on for it. But that's
Hey,
okay.
but
I
I
do
mean-
need a Canadian
Yeah,
final.
you kind of need him. That's a guarantee for you. So
Yeah.
wouldn't hate him too hard.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't really know. I don't like the Leafs. But we'll go Canucks Wild game. Another big point about the week. 10-7. 3 hat tricks.
Massive.
Yeah. First time there's been 3 hat tricks in a game since the Kings did it. Trivia question for Dylan. Who were the 3 Kings?
Like Robitaille, Gretzky, Marcel Dion. I don't know.
I actually don't even know who they were, but I know Toe Blake was one of them.
Really?
Yeah, it was like Toe Blake, Robitaille, and I don't remember the third one, but I know Gretzky was not one of them.
Toe Blake.
Yeah, it was wild. They beat in a team 11-2.
Wow.
That's big
Stomp.
numbers right there.
That is a stomping.
Yeah, they just pummeled them. But anyways, the 3 hat tricks. I think it was Kaprizov.
Eriksson and
Was it JT?
yeah, it was either Pedersen or Miller. I can't remember.
I think it was Miller.
It might have been Miller.
I think it was Miller, but that was a huge game. The Canucks blew a 5-2 lead.
Yeah.
Some questionable goaltending in that game, but I mean, they got some snipers on both teams, so I'm not really, is what it is.
That's a tough look. Rip
Yeah.
save percentages coming from the goalie side.
Yeah.
Shout out Joel Eriksson though. 6-point night, fantasy carry. That guy rocks.
Oh my God, yeah.
Underdog.
Helping you out is what it is. And then another goal, and I don't know if anyone has him on our fantasy team. We got a keeper league, but Brant Clark.
I don't think anyone does. Do you?
Yeah,
Cool
this
guy.
guy does. The
course
Kings
he
fan
does,
does.
yeah.
Of course he does.
Yep.
You want to talk a little
He
bit about
rocks.
how exciting that was for you?
Dude, that was awesome. I had somebody text me that that game was lucky, that the Kings lucked out. What are you talking about? The Kings killed off a 4-on-3. Clark comes out of the box. Bingo.
Yeah.
You kidding
No,
me?
Clark's unreal. He's one of my he's been
He's
a
awesome.
favorite through junior, and he's going to be
Mhm.
fun to watch for the Kings
Yeah.
and help out their back end that is just kind of stacked a little bit.
Yeah,
of
right-handed.
right shot defenseman.
Tons of right-handed defensemen. I can't wait for them to kind of build around Clark and Byfield for the next few years. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, when you get to see them win a cup once you're into your mid 40s. But
Yeah, probably.
that sounds about right.
Ugh.
Mhm.
Anyways, we'll move on from the Kings and go to the Yarmer Yager night. What did you think of it, Dylan?
I think it was awesome because the Kings won that night.
Oh my God, get away from me. That was so sick, though. It was
No,
honestly
it was
just
very cool.
one of the coolest things. So the Penguins decided that coming out for the warm-up, we saw that Yager was practicing with the team, didn't know what it meant. He was just floating around out there. And then all of a sudden, we see all of the Penguins come out, most of the Penguins in mullets, and all of them wearing a 68 Yager jersey for warm-ups.
Fire.
Fire.
So good.
And to cap it
So
off, the last guy coming out of the, coming off the bench, Yarmer Yager himself took warm-ups
Yep.
with the team.
Yeah.
Possibly one of the coolest things the NHL has done in a while.
Yeah,
Wouldn't have been
that was
surprised
really
if he
cool.
played the game, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch him step back in.
He gets a 1-day contract. Probably would have scored 2 or something.
Yep. Good see.
That was fun.
Yeah. And his pregame speech to the crowd when they're hanging his rafters. My girlfriend wasn't there, is too young. She doesn't remember when I played in Pittsburgh, but don't worry, I told her all the stories. I mean, I don't know if that's a flex, creepy, or what to think of that, but
Hey, it's Jaromir Jagr. It can't be creepy. That guy's too awesome.
It can't be
Yeah.
bad.
I saw someone post about Jaromir Jagr that he had a birthday party back in the 90s. with
I
the
see
I think he was
that.
with the Penguins. There was
Yeah.
900 people at the birthday party. 875 of them were girls. So it was basically the team and all the girls.
Yep.
Just
No,
a
I
weapon.
respect that.
Yeah, so
That's
ton
fun.
of respect. Good thing he got his number put up there. I mean, he's just
Mhm.
a dog. He's one of the greatest.
Yeah.
Bunch of respect to Jaromir Jagr, and glad that they got to
Yeah.
do something cool like that and let him go.
Mhm.
But we'll move on to a young buck now. We got Connor Bedard is back in the bubble, and Bubble Bedard is still a thing.
Yeah.
Cooking. Young
he's
man's
been-
cooking.
He's been just cruising. He's on my fantasy team. I got him in a keeper league for the next 20 years, so I'm really proud of that.
He did go pointless against Philly last night, but
Okay.
you know, it's okay. It's okay. Sam Harrison's he's a bad boy. It's okay.
Good
Yeah,
squad.
no, Philly's a wagon for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, but anyways, Bedard's back. He had 6 points through his first 3 games. Now 6 points through 4. He took back the Calder scoring race,
Oh,
and
yeah.
pretty much the Calder odds with it. It
Yeah.
would take some miracle for him not to win.
I don't think it left
Mhm.
him really, honestly.
No, there was a slight pause if he came back and didn't perform,
Yeah,
but then
but
he
it's
put
out the
those
window.
doubters right
Just
back
like-
in their place.
And then everybody remembered it's Connor Bedard, and that's kind of what he does.
Yeah, and he's wearing a bubble. Did you see the Foligno?
Yeah.
The Foligno chirp. That was
Yeah.
really funny. Chirping Foligno about being a little too slow on accident, but
It's
they
okay.
look like they got a good thing going, having a good time over there. So
Yeah.
I mean, you got to find the good times wherever you can get when you're playing with an AHL team. So
They're rough. They're
Yeah.
truly
Yeah.
rough.
yeah, tough one out there, but it is what it is. They're getting through. They're probably gonna pick up Macklin Celebrini because that's just how the NHL is, and
Yeah.
give them their next Kane and Tays all over again. Watch them build a dynasty.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
again.
Yeah. Now we'll talk about a little bit about the outdoor games. Kind of
Okay.
exciting. They were
They were
fun.
good.
They were good. I mean, the Isles game itself, the Isles Rangers
That's
game was
crazy.
electric.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
Watch the end of it, and them to bounce back like that, unbelievable.
Especially against that
Mm.
Rangers team.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it was fun. They took they were doing, yeah, it was a fun game, and but now, yeah, and Rempe, that was what the real part I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Picking up a fight in his first
Immediately.
shift. Immediately.
Yeah.
Didn't even get a second of playing time.
Yeah.
As soon as he comes out there, he's making his NHL debut, does a rookie lap in the Stadium Series,
Mhm.
gets to do it outside, lines up. Matt Martin, right, on the far side of
Yeah.
him, was who he
Yeah.
fought. He steps in, he goes, "Hey, congrats, buddy. Do you want to go?" Because Rempe was a fighter, and
and
Rempe said, "Absolutely. Like, you're not going to pass on that opportunity." So
Yeah.
Rempe steps in, drops the mitts, did very well versus a very good fighter.
Yeah. I mean, I'd hope so. He has like 8 feet of reach. That guy's huge.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
giant.
it was. He's a big man, and it was a cool moment to kind of see for him. And yeah,
No
imagine playing your first game in the just in the outdoors.
Oh.
Like, that'd be wild. But and then we'll talk a little bit about the fits, because the Islanders was questionable. Yeah, they stunk. Lou Lamoriello clearly had the decision on that one.
Mhm.
I mean, what did the Rangers do? I didn't see it. They rode in on
They were,
fire
like-
trucks and stuff.
Yeah, they were with like the law enforcement, like police cars, fire trucks. They were cool.
No, yeah, they seem pretty fun. And then the Devils and Flyers, they nailed theirs.
Yeah, they
Rocky?
were money.
Like, come
They
on.
were awesome.
No one can be mad at Rocky Balboa.
No, that was sick. I was a big fan of that one. They came in, slick back hair, the Devils. That one was fun too. Little
Rocking
Italian
the
goal.
Sopranos look.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Hometown
I thought
heritage.
that was good.
No, yeah, those were really fun. Yeah, and then the Isles just absolutely were brutal, but it is what it is.
The only gripe I
happens.
do have with the like the outdoor game, I barely knew when it was gonna happen again. I
Yeah,
feel like they
it's-
water them down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
yeah, and I don't know
seen
if
a
it's
thing on
because they have
Twitter-
so many, but
Yeah, that was it. It was, I seen it on Twitter and it was like, do we just go back to the Winter Classic and just do one and then do like the Heritage Classic, like the Canadian one? It seems like, yeah, they're starting to get a little bit watered down. Like next year we have our Winter Classic with the Blues and the Hawks, and you're like, I think we'd be good with just doing one at Wrigley. Like Wrigley's a pretty big
Yeah, that's a big
deal. So I think, yeah, they might overdo it a little bit, and that's why the ratings are kind of dropping, because it's like, well, they do so many of them that I can go watch another one, right?
I'll catch one eventually. There'll be one in the next couple years.
It loses its novelty a little bit. So I think if they stick to a Winter Classic, Heritage Classic, that'd be fun.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think that'd be a terrible idea. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, it might be a little watered down. The fits, I still love the fits, and
So fun.
and
very
a lot
fun.
of it's still really fun and really cool for a lot of those players.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you're right, it is kind of the viewership wise, it's getting brought down a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyways, we were talking about Rempe first game. Not a couple other first games. Only one other first game that we're going to talk about. One that was not a first game. Logan Stankoven got called up, and then was it the next
Sent
day
back
he
down.
got sent down? Never
No,
got to play a game.
within 7 hours he got sent down.
Oh man,
It was
that's
'cause
just
Duchesne came off the IR.
oh.
So
See, that
yeah.
makes some sense, but I mean that's just tough. Stankoven's
Yeah.
tearing it up in the AHL.
Yeah,
He's a
been so
beauty,
good.
just a bowling ball
Yeah,
of a human
he's awesome.
being.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's a one-man wrecking crew down there. But Red Deer Rebels alumni, Arshdeep Baines got his debut tonight, or with the Vancouver Canucks, got to do his rookie lap, which was pretty cool. Good to see him. He went undrafted in the WHL, undrafted in the NHL, and now he got his chance, and he's just worked his way up all the way through, and he's
Yep.
been having a good season in Abbotsford, and
Leading
now
the
he
team in
got his
points.
chance.
Yep, he's kind of earned it the entire way, working his way up the ranks through the dub, and then he's worked his way up through the A. He lit it up with Abbotsford with their affiliate. So I mean, he's earned every last bit of his playing time. So it's cool to see. And he was the 4th Punjabi player to ever skate
Yep,
in the NHL.
I think so. Yeah, I think he was the
So-
4th one, and most first
Really
one
cool.
in a couple of years
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Like it's been a while
doubt.
since they've had guys skate. So I mean, cool for that, and cool for them to see, and just a
no
great
kidding.
opportunity for him and experience. You don't ever forget your first lap. Like that's
And to crack that Canucks lineup, like
that's in
that's
the
a
middle
good
of a
squad.
cup run. Yeah,
yeah, that's a good squad.
yeah. No, that's kind of crazy, but good for him. And that wraps up our NHL news for the day.
Mhm.
Pretty much puts it away, and a lot happened over the last week. A lot more is going to happen over the next couple of weeks with the trade deadline approaching. And
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
we didn't really talk about the trade deadline today, but we will definitely dive farther in depth with that over the next couple of weeks as that progresses. And then, as the playoff push begins, we'll be updating on that. But before we kind of sign off for the day, we're going to go to a little PWHL checkup, just to recap a couple things and some special team stuff that's been wild. So we'll get some reactions off of that. But as of right now, Minnesota and Montreal got a 4-point lead, roughly the same games played. The games played have leveled out a little bit. I don't entirely understand, and that's something we're going to have to learn. We don't know why Boston and Ottawa play an extra game.
I seen that, and I was like, not sure what's going on here.
And I feel like for a scheduling thing, all you have to do is take out one Boston-Ottawa game, and it's the same.
Yeah,
But
Exactly.
who knows, maybe
Maybe
we're
there's
naive
a-
and we don't know something about it, and something else is
maybe
going
we
on.
suck
but
at math. Maybe we read
Yeah.
it wrong. We're just
That-
dumb.
That's a great point. Did not do great on my last midterm. That's all right, though.
That's why it's a hockey pod.
Yeah, that's why we're
Yeah,
talking about
well,
hockey and not math on here.
Exactly.
But Minnesota and Montreal kind of got a 4-point lead. Toronto's sitting there in the middle with 17. And then, the last 3 teams are still tight and still in range of those top teams. Like, the parity in this league is unbelievable. I think we've
Yeah.
seen 13 overtime games.
So cool. Yeah, they are some tight games. I think, their one went to a shootout last night. Alex Carpenter rocks, by the way.
Yeah, that was sick. But even the goal differential, too.
Yeah.
Like, there's only been look at all 6 teams, and none of them have a goal differential greater than a 4. Like the highest I think we've seen is 3. The highest upwards is 3 with Minnesota, and there's another team. New York has +3 too, and then
Mhm.
Boston's -4. But that's the biggest spread, and that's not a very large spread for playing
No.
12 games.
Yeah, no
A
kidding.
lot of overtime games. It's been tight. But we're going to look at some special team stuff because this was kind of just wild that this is what we looked today just to kind of check up on it. And you want to talk PK or power play first?
Yeah, let's talk some defense here. Let's get into the
Let's talk some defense.
penalty kill.
All these teams have fairly good penalty kills. Like Minnesota's the only one below 80%. Ottawa, New York, Montreal, Boston are 83, 85, 88, and 89. And then you look at Toronto, and their PK is clicking at 94.4%.
It's crazy.
Wild.
That's unheard of. That is ridiculous. That's
so-
unbelievable.
They're keeping pucks out of the net on the penalty kill.
Yeah, they definitely are keeping, and that's just an impressive stat all around. However, on the peeper side, they are sitting at 8% for a power play. Not
Not-
ideal.
Not an offensive juggernaut out east.
No, and Minnesota and Boston are below that at 6 and 7.
Mm.
Not some struggling power plays, but low scoring. So it is some lower scoring games.
Yeah,
However,
it's tight
Ottawa is clicking on the power play. They're
Yeah.
running at 25%.
They have a
and-
sick. They're nasty.
Yeah, Ottawa's
They're
good.
so
New
good.
York's running at 23%, and they've got a big spread between them in third place for power play percentage. And they've just been kind of lights out on the power play, and crazy to look at, and it's wild. But yeah, no, that's kind of our update on the P-Dub. Unless there's anything else you want to throw on the P-Dub, but just that
No,
that game was sick.
We're getting down the stretch here in kind of all our leagues. The P-Dub starts playoffs, I'm pretty sure, around the start of April, middle of April. So we're getting a lot of playoff hockey, and I'm very excited.
Oh, and that's the best time of the year. Right as school's ending, playoff
Mhm.
hockey starts, and we just get to sit back and enjoy the playoffs. Every night there's a hockey game on. Doesn't matter if you're watching CHL, P-Dub, NHL. As you roll through the list, you're gonna be able to watch some good high level hockey.
Yep.
And playoff hockey is just so much more fun.
so fun. It's hard to hate playoff hockey. That is the best.
But that wraps up episode 7 of the Armchair Warriors podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed listening. It was a fun one for us being on the road. That was a new experience trying to do this over Zoom instead of being in person and planning. But no, I think we had a good time and we made it work. So that's gonna wrap up episode 7. I hope you guys enjoyed sitting down with the Brandon Wheat Kings, and that's gonna be it till next week. Thanks for listening.